So let me start with the slide deck, and we have to describe you what this product is about, what cases it is designed to, what problems does it solve. The kiosk is designed to be used in kiosk. This is pretty simple. It is also a software. It is not a hardware. It is not an appliance. It is not an endpoint. It is just a pure software, which is available for Windows and for Linux operating systems. The current version is only available for x86 architecture. That means for Intel and AMD CPUs. But the next version will also be available for ARM-based solutions like Raspberry Pi small computers or NVIDIA Jetson, whatever you prefer. So it will be no difference compared to other client applications we have. The idea behind this solution is not new. It is about the simplifying and the customer care and the improvement of the customer care in different scenarios and different cases. There are many of them. This solution is already available on our website. You can download it right now. You can connect it to our server. It doesn't require any special licensing, so you can play with it right away. Let me start with some cases. For that, Maria, please tell us a little bit about the scenarios where this solution could be used.
Yeah, so this solution can be used in a huge variety of industries. For example, in healthcare, when doctors can connect with the patients remotely and assist them, complying all the regulations that are imposed by COVID-19 and other very important and serious illnesses. Also, kiosks can be used in retail section, for example, for assisting customers in different shopping malls. Also, it is widely used in airports, in some stations where customers and travelers need to find the way, to find some important information, or just to contact the available operator to receive multi-language assistance, for example.
We have many installations of this system. We have prepared some examples. You can see them on the slide. Maria, could you please tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we would like to tell you about the implementation of TrueConf Kiosk in different banks in different countries and regions for assisting customers, for printing some bills, checks, and of course for video consultations. And also TrueConf Kiosk is widely used in Israel. We have a partner, the company called Belamoth, and they implemented our solution in different organizations, in banks and in electric corporation for assisting their clients.
The idea behind this product is to improve the quality of your customer care. It is very common to have the phone support. Sometimes you have to get through a lot of voice menus, and that is difficult for many users. And the problem with audio support is that you're not able to see the person for, let's say, biometric identification or fixation of the person behind the screen. It's also impossible to show the content, because with video conference, we can replace our camera image with some content source. It could be an internal system, it could be the floor plan of a big shopping mall or the airport. Could be some other documents and sources of the content which is useful for the user. So we could significantly improve the overall experience for user by showing them, in addition to the video of the operator, some additional content. And the beauty of our solution is that it doesn't require any programming skills. It doesn't require any kind of integration. It's just the software, like the Windows application we're using right now to deliver this presentation to you. The same application is also available under the label Kiosk, TrueConf Kiosk, but it doesn't have the traditional UI, which we control using mouse and keyboards. In case of Kiosk, we use sensor touch panels. It has many different forms. It could be the simplest case is the touch-enabled monitors. There are many available. Usually, the most affordable options, I think, is produced by Lenovo. They're not very expensive, maybe 100 USD for the touch monitor. There are also many touch-enabled monoblocks. It is an all-in-one PC where in the case in the screen you also have a computer inside. There are many specific devices manufactured as kiosk appliances with built-in microphone, built-in camera, built-in speaker, the rugged case or the case which is designed to be used outside, which could be placed in the public spaces. So it has some resistance against aggressive users. So basically, it could be any computer. It's up to you to decide which case this computer could be installed. And the cases are not limited to those. Actually, we have many more examples. Let me name a few. For example, in the retail store, let's say clothes, we can send a call to the remote operator to ask the operator how the costume, some clothes are looking on my body. Maybe the remote operator can provide some suggestions, some other garments I can try on. Another example could be the office of the telecom company, an operator company. It is usually not very efficient to have trained personnel in every location. Most of the location is just a small shop for smartphone cases and screens, etc. But for some consultancy where we need to subscribe a new customer and select a proper plan and make some adjustment to the plans, that requires some qualified personnel. And with Kiosk, we can connect from the offline office of the telecom company, the customers, to the remote operator. And the remote operator would share his screen, his internal system to guide the customer through different options and together with him to select the proper plan and financing for it. Another example could be a navigation. You can see on this slide the navigation example for an airport, but it could be a huge shopping mall. It could be a large hospital where we need to guide the person who is just in and don't understand where to go, where the specific department or specific store is located. So we can show, instead of the operator camera, we can show the flow map, flow plan, and draw using whiteboard tools we have in our client application, how to get there, where to go. So the cases are unlimited. And once again, the beauty of it is just a simple application. So you just need to connect it like any regular desktop or mobile TrueConf application to the server. And operators also connect to the server, and Kiosk make calls to the available operator following different strategies. So let's go deeper in some technical details. So what features do we offer inside that specific Kiosk application? So first of all, it fully supports very high quality 4K video. It could be horizontal, but in case of Kiosk, it is more common to see the vertical orientation. And we fully support that because vertical orientation are more natural, especially if we need to see someone in the full scale. It is also very important to rotate the camera. And this is something usually very difficult to do with a browser solution, but with our native client applications, TrueConf Kiosk, it's very easy to do. You can also assign a service to our application. For example, in case of the power shortage, in case of some malfunction, we can just restart the application automatically, and it will always be available because it's just an application. We don't need to open a browser or whatever. We can integrate this kiosk application with existing digital signage platform. For example, if you already have big screens in your location, and we can display the assistance, the video assistance above the digital signage content, it also can be done. And actually, the whole product is based on our SDK. And we also have some other products which is built upon our SDK. For example, our room appliance, room solution, which is called TrueConf Room, is also based on the SDK. And if you have some resources for development, if you have some understanding, basic understanding about how Windows application or Linux application are made, you can use our SDK to create your own kiosk. But for most of the cases, we already have the ready-to-use software. You just need to install it, and nothing else should be done.
So it is free, and our users can just download it from our official website and use it freely?
Yes, it is. It is available. It doesn't require special licensing. It has a full version and a free version, but the difference right now is very small. We only display the logo of the free version solution in the corner of the kiosk application, but that's not a big issue, so you can use it right away. So let me show you what we're talking about. So we have prepared to use some examples. So here we have two kiosks, which are located right here in the same room. The typical examples. They are not touch monitors, not monoblocks. They're specifically designed to be used as the kiosk solutions. Those kiosks run, left one is running Windows and the right one is running Linux, Ubuntu operating systems, to demonstrate that this application is fully cross-platform. Okay. So this is how the interface looks like. Actually, you can fully customize it. You can select and create your own buttons. Every button is attached to a specific call strategy, and we will cover that, this call strategy. So first of all, I will stop sharing the slides. I will share my screen just a moment. So now you can see my desktop. And here we have an additional application which is bundled with TrueConf Kiosk. It comes along with it. So we have like two executables. The first one is the kiosk application, and the second executable is the configuration tool. So this configuration tool has the most important settings, which makes this solution useful. First of all, we have to provide the connection to the server. So we need to authenticate on TrueConf server using account which is used by kiosk. So if you have 10 kiosks, you need 10 accounts. This is important because sometimes we need to call back a specific kiosk. And if we authenticate using the same account on all kiosk application, in case of callback, all kiosk will ring. So we recommend to have separate account for every kiosk. And after authentication, we need to configure how the main screen of the kiosk application will look like. First of all, we can customize it a little bit. For that, it is possible to upload image. Here we have to upload image, not video, which will be displayed below the buttons, below the controls we create using this tool. It is also possible to customize the logo, which is displayed on the same screen and within the interface. It could be, for example, your brand name, your company name, or your customer logo. So this, some basic customization is available for the, let's say, reception mode is available using the settings. We also have a special interactive mode. We'll cover it a little bit later, where you can actually use whatever as the background. So it would be absolutely fully customized. But the first mode, which is the reception mode, we need to ask the user to select the department or the problem and to call someone. Let me show you once again. Just a moment. So you can see on the left, this is the reception mode on the left. The reception mode we populated with some buttons we have created in advance, and every button calls using specific rules, our operators. But on the right side, we can see the video file. It could be a playlist or a single video file, or it also could be a website, whatever. It could be a digital signage platform, where we only display our small icon. You see on the right bottom corner, the call icon. It is very similar to every website today where we have a line chat. It is also possible using TrueConf Kiosk application to provide video chat support, video care support to every digital signage display you have using the interactive mode. So on the left, we have, what is the name for it?
Button?
the mode name.
Reception mode?
Reception mode, yeah. Interactive mode on the right, reception mode on the left.
Yes.
So reception mode is, we create buttons for it, and on the right we have only a single button, but we have some background. It could be vertical, it could be horizontal. Okay, let's go to my content. Here we can also select the devices we need to use, the speakers, camera, and microphone. It could be built-in devices or connected over USB. We fully support all types of USB cameras, so no difference to the Big Brother, no difference to TrueConf application for Linux or Windows. We can also flip the image using this button if it is required, because some screens, some touch screens are actually mirrored. They are flipped because they are displayed. They have different principles inside. For example, solutions like HoloBox, they have different screen rotated. You can see, basically you see it from other side, so we need to flip the image sometimes. And more often we need to rotate the camera because some kiosk appliances, they are designed to be used in both horizontal and vertical modes. And when we rotate the kiosk, we need also to rotate the camera, and we fully support vertical camera, so you can do that here. And the most important part is the call strategies. So let me cover. So this is kiosk 1, kiosk 2, and kiosk 3 is actually buttons. Buttons you can see on the left screen. And to create a new button, we need to click the Add button here, and here we need to select the call strategy. This is the most important part of the kiosk application, and we provide this application for a couple of years so far, and we collected a lot of feedback from our customers, how they use this solution, and they tell us in their feedback what features they're missing, and we implemented those call strategies by listening to our customers. So let's cover those call strategies. The first of all is plain simple. We are calling a single operator. So for that, we need to specify the TrueConf ID or conference ID for specific virtual room, which will be called when that button will be pressed. In reception mode, once again, we have many buttons, so we can assign a different call strategy to every button. In interactive mode, we have a single button. But to that single button, we can attach a direct call to someone. If we have in interactive mode more than one call strategy, the menu will be displayed once you touch the call button. So in both modes, many different call strategies are supported, and that basic strategy will only try to reach the available user. If the user is offline, if the user is not registered, the call will not happen. If the operator is busy, the call will be displayed to him on additional device he is authenticated on our server. You know that on TrueConf server, we do support the multi-login feature. That means that more than one endpoint, mobile application, desktop application, kiosk application can be authenticated simultaneously. And that means if the operator is busy on one device, the call will follow to another device. For example, you can authenticate multiple operators using the same login, and all of them will receive a call. But for that, we have a better strategy, which is called group strategy. Group strategy is also very simple. We can create on TrueConf server the new group of users. It actually can be populated using your Active Directory or manually, and we include into that group a users, operators who is responsible for specific button in the kiosk mode. It could be, let's say, law questions or some technical questions or some emergency questions, whatever. And the kiosk application will call all the group users simultaneously. For example, if we have, let's say, 20 operators in specific group ID, all 20 operators will receive a call on all devices where they are authenticated. And the first operator who pick up the call will be connected to the user behind the kiosk application. So this feature is extremely important because this way we can make sure that the customer receives immediate response, almost immediate. So we do not need to call, wait for pickup, then try another user. We immediately connect, the user to the first operator who is available. That's a very powerful strategy, and the more people we have in that group, the faster, the better the customer care he will receive because of the response time, which is really low. Group ID is our internal ID, and that ID could be found in the web panel, control panel of TrueConf server, or using our API. So it's not difficult to find one. So let's add it. Let's say the 911 group ID, and we will display emergency button for that. And now we have this emergency call strategy, fourth button available on our reception mode screen. This third strategy is called a list of operators. So basically, we need to enter here TrueConf IDs of users who will receive a call. And the call will be done consequently. So let's add the user number 1, the ID number 2, the user number 3, and so forth. And the idea here, let's make this strategy like consecutive. I'm sorry for my bad English if I spell it wrongly. Anyway.
It is correct.
And the idea is that if the user number 1 is not available, it is busy, just busy, or offline or not exist, the kiosk application will call the user number 2. And if user number 2 is not available, doesn't exist, or busy, or participate in another conference, the kiosk will try to reach the user number 3. It takes some time, but if we see that user is busy, we immediately switch to the next one. User don't notice that. But if the user number 1 is available, we will try to reach it. We have a special timeout, the call duration timeout. It could be, let's say, 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 30 seconds. That means that if the user doesn't reply, the operator doesn't reply to the call from the kiosk application in 30 seconds or 10 seconds, the next operator will be called according to the strategy we have. So in this list strategy, the next user from the list will be called. So this is plain simple. I'd like to point your attention to the fact that instead of TrueConf ID, you can use any call string. We have special term call string. That means it could be a virtual room. If I use this notation, let's say 8,000 is the virtual room. Or, for example, we have some operators who 24/7 are connected to the virtual room all the time. They persistently connected to the virtual room, and we connect the kiosk or multiple kiosks, not a problem. We can connect multiple kiosks to the same conference from using this type of ID. It is also can be /# something. For example, we can reach some endpoint in our network or anywhere, and that endpoint actually could be another virtual room which is hosted on your MCU or some cloud system, or it could be your PBX, it could be your telephony system, cloud-based or local one. So we can connect using this SIP integration or H323 integration, which is fully supported by us as well. The specific button in the kiosk application with your telephony system or some legacy endpoint, which is not a very popular option, but telephony is definitely a very popular option. And the fourth strategy is plain simple. We can use it. Let's just select a name for it. Let's make it address book. In that case, the kiosk application will receive from the server the address book, which is authenticated with the user who is authenticated on, which is connected with the user who is authenticated on the kiosk. Because on TrueConf server side, the administrator can create a custom address book for every user. It could be manually populated with the right contacts. And in that case, for example, we can synchronize the list of available operator for this kiosk user using Active Directory integration or from the control panel of the TrueConf server. So somehow remotely, we can define which users will be called from that kiosk application. This is very powerful scenario because we can use API to control the list of operators who will be available for that kiosk application. So the list of people who will be tried to reach is not defined on the kiosk application. Using this address book thing, we can use API, programmable interface, to dynamically select which users will be available as operators for that user behind the kiosk. And that strategy randomly select any user who is online, who is not busy, who is available, and we'll send him a call immediately. If that user don't pick up in the timeout time specified, like 30 seconds, or you define that timeout like 5 seconds, another random user from that address book will be selected, and the kiosk will try to connect to that user. Actually, we can select the procedure and timeouts. For example, waiting time is how long we have to wait until the user will pick up the call. And the number of attempts is the number of selections. That means, for example, that we will try to select a random user from the address book and try to call him or her for 10 seconds. If he or her doesn't reply, we will do another attempt, another connection to another operator. And in total, 5 attempts will be made if the user press that button, which is connected with this call strategy. So we have many, you can see that we have many options on how to properly call the operators. It could be a single user, it could be a simultaneous call to the group of users, it could be the list which is called consequently, one by one after another, or it could be a remotely managed address book, which is populated using Active Directory or API or manually by administrator and not selected on the kiosk application. So we have those wonderful strategies. And we also have the last part of these settings is the mode, interactive or reception. Reception, once again, it is where we have multiple buttons, and interactive, it is where we have only a single button. We can also select the videos, which could be displayed on the background in interactive mode, not in reception mode, only interactive mode. It could be a single video file located in the folder behind that path, or it could be multiple files. We will play them one by one, and we'll repeat after the last one. The first one will be played back. But actually, you can use interactive mode in more interesting manner. Most popular browsers, they have kiosk mode. Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. You can run the browser with specific key which will replace the UI of the operating system. So instead of the task manager of Ubuntu or Windows, you will see only kiosk mode of the browser with home page. And that home page is usually designated to the digital system of the customer. So we can actually display our call button in an interactive mode above any system, any digital signage system customer have. It could be some promotional videos which are synchronized and remotely updated, which is important in many locations. Customers have many screens, and this is very powerful mode. And we just display the small call button. We just display the small call button above. So let me stop sharing my screen and continue with some demos. So I will stop using my screen. I hope we have our connection back.
Yes.
So let's do some demos finally. Okay, Maria, may I ask you to call on the left kiosk application? So we are in the reception mode, and Maria will touch screen to call the first call strategy, and we will call a single user. Yeah, just make it. We are sending a call to the Ivan. Hello, Ivan. And we can see him. He is actually connected using his smartphone, which is quite typical today. And once the customer care is done, we just need to hang up and we press red button And that's it. Quite simple. If we move forward to the right screen, which is in the interactive mode, we need to bring up the menu first by clicking above the digital signage content. We click that button. This is kiosk button. Maria, click it. Thank you. Now we have the same menu, which is also customizable. I can remind you that we have the background option and logo option. And here we need to select again the button, with every button has a different call strategy. So yeah, now we're connected to Ivan once again. And the quality, yeah, thank you, Ivan. And the quality is up to 4K, but you're definitely not able to see that from the mobile phone of the Ivan. But the idea is that we can connect operator whenever they are using any device, Linux, Windows, whatever system they have. So thank you, Ivan. Let's go back to the slides. Thank you, Maria. We have covered the interactive mode, reception mode, call strategies. We still have some features to show you. First of all, it is also possible to remotely control the PTZ camera on the kiosk side, because behind kiosk, we have our video SDK, which fully support a lot of interactions with the host system. So we can allow the operator remotely to pan, tilt, and zoom the camera on the kiosk side. For example, the operator can ask a customer, please stand still, don't move. And operator use PTZ functions to properly select the image of the customer. For example, to create an internal profile image, take the photo and use it, for example, to open bank account or to register it in internal system of the customer organization. There are many different options. We can also remotely change cameras. We have special tools for that. For example, if we have multiple cameras connected to the kiosk application, we can switch from the main view camera, let's say, to the document camera. It is also possible. So you can do whatever you want, because we can remotely change for every application of TrueConf microphones, speakers, and cameras. In case of kiosk, cameras is essential. Another wonderful feature is the ability to interact with the customer, not just by video, voice, and content. Actually, we can interact using printer and scanner. It is quite simple. So we have a medium which is not visible on the kiosk application. It is actually a chat. So every operator who are connected to TrueConf server using our client application, always, it is obvious, they have a chat. And when operator receive a call from the kiosk application and he connects to the customer, or he connects to the customer, they have a chat, like you have a chat right now. So we can drag and drop files to that chat. And every file sent to the chat will be printed on the kiosk application if we enable that in the settings, and we have a printer available. Let us have a look for this feature. So I will ask Maria to assist me. So we will call Ivan again, and Ivan will send from his mobile phone the PDF file to the kiosk. Ivan, hello, please send us, please print to us the document. Any PDF sent to the chat will be recognized by a kiosk application. You just send it. Okay, some issues with the printer. Actually, I have an example. Oh, it was. Yes. Yeah, so we can see. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Ivan. I have many of them available. So it could be, for example, the QR code with some promo code, or some order ID which can be scanned on the cashier desk. It could be some road where to go. It could be your line in the queue, whatever. And what is also interesting, we can also have in a different direction, we also can send files from the kiosk application to the operator. So if we connect scanner, so once the scan is done in the scanner, it will be automatically attached to as a chat. Kiosks don't have chat visible, but it has internally, and operator will receive for the chat the scan from the customer. It could be his documents, signed agreement, or it could be his ID, whatever, to fix all the interactions to sign the papers.
So two-way document exchange is possible.
Yes, that's really nice. And I'd like to remind you that all sessions, not just conferences, but video calls can be routed through the server and can be recorded on the server. So all interactions between customers and operators could be recorded. They can be transcribed. They can be saved. And for example, you can save all interactions between customers and operators, let's say for 1 month, and you will have thousands of video call sessions available on your server, and the oldest will be replaced by the newest, like traditionally it has happened with the audio registration systems. So,
yeah, is it possible to invite another operator during the video call in TrueConf Kiosk?
Absolutely, because for TrueConf server, the session between kiosk and the operator is like a regular conference, but instead of the regular client application, we have the kiosk application. So like any other conference, it could be managed through the control panel of the server or by the moderator of the conference or the owner of the conference. For example, we can assign operator with specific privileges, and operator could invite to that call another operator making it a conference. It will be automatically escalated, and the kiosk will receive a call back to join the conference from the point-to-point call. And so we can, for example, invite another expert. So if operator is not able to provide the answer to the customer, he can invite another expert, some, let's say, second or third level support line agent to that call. And after that, he can stay or leave, and the customer will continue the same call, but with the new agent. So it will be transparent to the customer. This is a very good case. Thank you, Maria. So that's the last feature we'd like to cover today. You can download this application from our website right away. It is available. It doesn't require a special license, so you can connect it to the TrueConf server if you have any. And please tell us your feedback if you have any ideas how to use this solution. We will be happy to implement your ideas and features. I think we have one more demo. I will try to show it to you. Daniel, can you please step up to the podium and show us another kiosk application we have? So here we have another example of the kiosk application. We use the HoloBox device. It is called TrueConf Box. It is huge. It's actually, you can see it's larger than the door in our office. It is like more than 2 meters high, and it's actually also a kiosk application. Basically, it is a computer with a big screen. So we just need to press a button to connect to the available operator. So Daniel, could you please call an operator? Just press that button. You can adjust the location of UI elements. This is our office. And once again, we connected to the Ivan. Very big one in this case. Yeah. He is 2 meters, more than 2 meters tall. So that's another example. So it is quite versatile. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. This is a quite versatile software. So you can use it on small devices, touch monitors, big devices, whatever. Just a client application, vertical, horizontal. We fully support all the cases. That was TrueConf Kiosk. So we have covered all the slides. Thank you for your attention. Please send us your ideas and feedback, and we will continue to tell you about our progress and new releases. For this spring, we have a lot of new releases coming. We have the new version for TrueConf Server 5.5. We have the new. Just a moment. We have a new client application coming, which is 8.5, with a lot of features, many features, especially for chat. And we're expecting to have this spring the new version for TrueConf Room solution. So this spring we'll be quite busy with the new releases and features. So thank you for your time, and hope to see you next time.
Stay tuned in our social networks. Here we publish all our latest updates, news, and events.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.